Welcome back to another episode of A Brief History of. It's been quite a long time since the last one, but we're back, and today we'll be looking at Astralis. The core of this team can be traced back to January 2013 with Copenhagen Wolves, who signed Fetish, Dupree, Cajun B, 3K2, and Device. However, this is actually 3/5 of a team called Seacrass, who played in CS Source, and placed second at ESWC 2011. Copenhagen Wolves only played a single domestic LAN with this lineup, placing second at HK LAN 2013. Before Copenhagen Games, Device went inactive, with Wants replacing him. They didn't place highly, likely due to facing NIP early on. Device then made his return in April and replaced 3K2, who became the team's coach. They made top 8 at DreamHack Summer in June, but shortly after Wants left the team and Cajun B quit CSGO. They then used SOC In and SMF as stand-ins for their next LAN, EMS1 Summer, where they placed top 8. Wants briefly made a comeback in 2016 with the Imperial, but has since gone inactive. Cajun B didn't stay retired for long, and made a comeback in faculty in time for the first major. To permanently fill the two open spots, the team then picked up Sipax and Freeze from FNATIC. They played at DreamHack Bucharest in September, with SOC In standing in for Fetish, placing top 8. But just a few days later Device was replaced by Pimp. They placed top 4 at EMS1 Fall and top 8 at ESWC before making yet another roster move. Freeze and Pimp were dropped for Nico and Device, and Copenhagen Wolves prepared to play in the first CSGO major. Freeze is currently teamless after being cut from Tricked last year. Pimp is also teamless, with his last stint being with Liquid, before becoming a streamer for Dignitas. The Copenhagen Wolves boys placed top 8 at the major, losing to the French-Belgian Berry Games. About a week after the major, Copenhagen Wolves dropped the team, and they went by Uber Geeks until finding a new org. During this time, the Danes dropped Nico and picked up Cajun B again. Nico played with the second team in Denmark for a while after, but has since essentially retired. In February of 2014, the team is signed by Dignitas, and in March they attend the second major. They took it one step further in Katowice, making the semifinals, but fell to NIP in 2 one-sided maps. In May, Cajun B left the team again, and Fetish's men picked up up-and-comer AZ. They placed top 4 at Gfinity G3 before the second major of the year, ESL1 Cologne. They once again made the semifinals, this time losing to FNATIC. Dig went on to have some poor results following the major, and in October, Cajun B returned and replaced AZ. AZ currently finds himself on North, whose roster can be seen here. With Cajun in the lineup for the third time, they placed top 8 at ESWC and 4th at Fragbite Masters Season 3. They once again made the playoffs of the next major, DreamHack Winter 2014, but were dispatched by Na'Vi in the quarterfinals. Pretty quickly after the major finished, the team decided to remove in-game leader Fetish and pick up Kerrigan from Mouse Sports. Fetish briefly coached Heroic, but is now retired as a player. They placed 3rd at MLG X Games Aspen in January 2015 before leaving Dignitas and signing with Team Solomid. Their first LAN was the major ESL1 Katowice, where the core of Dupree, Device, and Sipax once again made top 8. This time they lost to NIP again, a team which always had a good matchup against them. They had a very busy 2015, placing 3rd at StarLadder StarSeries 12, 2nd at IM Gamescom, and 1st at PGL Kickoff Season, FACEIT Stage 1 Finals, and FACEIT Stage 2 Finals. Going into the second major of the year, ESL1 Cologne, TSM was one of the top teams, and they made the semifinals, but lost to ENVYUS, another team who regularly beat them. They kept their good form up, placing 2nd at the ESL ESEA Pro League Invitational in DreamHack London, and 1st at PGL Season 1. Going into DreamHack Cluj-Napoca, many considered TSM the favorite of the event, but in the quarterfinals they were bested by their old rivals NIP once again. Before the end of the year, TSM placed top 4 at the FACEIT Stage 3 Finals and 2nd at IM San Jose. In the beginning of December, the team left TSM and went by the name Question Mark. They attended a few tournaments under this name, placing 5th through 6th at StarLadder ELEAGUE Star Series 14 and 3rd through 4th at ESL ESEA Pro League Season 2 Finals. In January, the team announced that they had created Astralis, a new organization where the players had a portion of ownership. In the beginning of 2016, the new Astralis squad placed top 4 at DreamHack Leipzig and IM Katowice, and 3rd at the Game Show Global Esports Cup. Going into the next major, MLG Columbus, Astralis surprised everyone as they took down the heavy favorites FNATIC in the quarterfinals, only to fall to Na'Vi in the semis. Despite this, their form plummeted, and they removed Cajun B from the lineup and picked up Kier from Dignitas. Cajun B currently plays for OPTIC, their lineup can be seen here. Astralis then managed a top 4 placing at DreamHack Summer before the major ESL1 Cologne. Kier was ineligible to play due to his participation in the Europe Minor with Dignitas, so Astralis secured the services of Glaive as a stand-in for the event. During the group stage, however, Dupree contracted appendicitis and their coach Zonic had to stand in. They still made it to the quarterfinals, however, falling to Virtus Pro in 2 overtime maps. They made top 8 at ELEAGUE Season 1 and StarLadder ELEAGUE Star Series Season 2, but the results weren't convincing, and in October the team decided to cut Kerrigan. Kerrigan quickly found himself on FAZE, and over the course of about a year, powered them to be the best team in the world. Here is their roster. Unsurprisingly, the team chose to sign Glaive as their new in-game leader, in part due to the former Heroic player having legend status from playing at ESL1 Cologne. Their form improved immediately, placing top 4 at IEM Oakland, 2nd at ELEAGUE Season 2, and winning the ECS Season 2 finals. Going into the next major, ELEAGUE Atlanta 2017, Astralis was the favorite to win, and after defeating Virtus Pro in a grilling 3-map series, these 5 players won their first major. They continued to be an elite team, placing top 4 at DreamHack Masters Las Vegas, IEM Sydney, and ECS Season 3 finals, 2nd at StarLadder ELEAGUE Star Series Season 3, and 1st at IEM Katowice. Going into PGL Krakow 2017, they were once again one of the favorites, but after defeating the then current best team SK in the quarterfinals, Astralis fell to the eventual champions Gambit in the semifinals. Again, they stayed stable, placing top 8 at DreamHack Masters Malmo, 4th at Epicenter 2017, and 2nd at the ELEAGUE Premier. However, due to illness, Device had to take time off from competing. This led to Dennis and Rubino standing in for the team at their last events of the year. Despite this, they managed a 2nd place at Blast Pro Series Copenhagen and a semi-final appearance at the ECS Season 4 finals. With Device back in the lineup, Astralis went into the next major, ELEAGUE Boston 2018, looking to return to the top. Things did not go to plan, however, and after losing to Mouse Sports, FNATIC, and Cloud9, the Danes exited from the major in the group stage, the first ever for the core 3 of Device, Dupree, and Sipex, barring ESL1 Cologne 2016. In the post-major shuffle, Kier left the team to rejoin North, and Astralis were forced to look for a replacement. They ended up picking former OPTIC player Magisk as their new 5th. Much like after adding Kier, Astralis' form improved immediately. They placed top 8 at Star Series ELEAGUE Season 4, top 4 at IEM Katowice and ESL1 Cologne, 2nd at IEM Sydney, and 1st at DreamHack Masters Marseille, ESL Pro League Season 7 finals, ECS Season 5 finals, and ELEAGUE Premier. At the start of the player break, Astralis is the clear best team in the world, and the favorite for the next upcoming tournaments. Their next events will be at DreamHack Masters Stockholm, followed by the FACE at London Major Qualifier. This team has had quite an impressive history over its career, and has even kept a core 3 from 2013. That was a brief history of Astralis. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, share, and all that. See you on the next one.